Hey everyone, this is Chris Bond from Put That Back. We are here at PAX East 2013. We're joined by Jerome Jones of Robot Entertainment, here to introduce one of the new exciting games. He's actually in the middle of actually showing the team how to play the game. Once we get a moment, we're going to actually just grab him and we're going to go ahead and talk. Okay, so stick around. We're about to go ahead and introduce him. So Jerome, how's it going today, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. So what can you tell us about this new game?
This is kind of a new concept. It's a Fortress Siege game, a Fortress Siege action game. It's got some mobile qualities. It's got tower defense qualities, and all the Orcs Must Die fans will recognize all the standard stuff. So all the stuff that the Orcs Must Die fans have liked in the past is in this game, except now it's a 5v5 multiplayer PvP game too as well. So it's quite a different game than the original single-player stuff, but everything they know and love is still in the game.
Can you actually just give us a brief breakdown of some of the new features?
Yeah, so the biggest new features is obviously the PvP. We've got, basically your team is trying to get enemies into the other team's rift, and they're trying to do the same. So you have points, and if your points get down to 0, you lose. So the first team to get to 0 loses. So one team of 5 is trying to force enemies into the enemy rift by escorting enemies to the enemy rift, and they're also breaking up and defending at the same time, because you have to place traps in your castle, you have to place traps around your rift, and you have to defend while also assaulting their castle.
So basically it's just ultimate chaos going on.
Well, it's pretty organized chaos once you get to where you have a team of 5 that starts to really gel and know what they're doing. You can get extremely organized. Generally what happens at the office is you'll have like 2 guys that'll commit to offense and 2 guys that'll commit to defense, and then you'll have sort of a support character, and he or she might heal or might do something. So all the heroes are different. So you might decide one hero's a better support than another, and one hero's a better escort than another, and one hero's a better defender than another. And once you get those roles, you start to really fall into playing at a very high level in a very organized team.
Okay, so for someone that's a novice player, how would you say on the scale of difficulty, how easy would it be to become acclimated with this title?
Well, we're definitely going to put a lot of stuff in for people to be able to sort of practice the game. You know, that might not be in, that's not in this demo, obviously. But we're going to do things, tutorials and things like that, to help people so they can practice, and like bots, something like that, to let people practice the game and not play against all the competitive people all the time. So, there'll be competitive and non-competitive games as well.
And I might have missed this, but is this a free-to-play engine?
Free to play, and then you'll be able to buy card packs to sort of bolster your defenses and your offenses and your traps and things like that. We're not really discussing too much of the monetary system right now, but that'll come later.
All right, awesome. And what platforms is this being actually released on?
PC right now. PC right now.
And any opportunities perhaps to explore the Xbox One or PS4?
Talk about it in the future. I mean, there's nothing planned right now.
Any other kernels that you can basically share with us, things that players should look forward to that we haven't talked about?
One of the things I like to really talk about in the game is the game can be played in like 15 or 20 minutes. So I mean, you could play 3 games over a lunch period, right? You could have some fun, and the concept is extremely simple. You're trying to get guys into their rift, they're trying to get guys into your rift. That's pretty much it. And you have a lot of tools to prevent that or to help facilitate you winning the game. As you can see, this guy's going nuts here.
Jeff is always a dynamic guy, so obviously he's really enjoying the game.
Yeah. Another thing I forgot to mention was, as you level up, there's war camps in the game which send your enemies to the enemy castle. You can level up those war camps so you can get bigger and bigger and bigger minions that are fighting for your team and trying to get into the other side's rift.
What do you think are some of the biggest obstacles that players can actually expect as they become more and more aware, like as far as the free-to-play engine, like
the biggest obstacles?
Yeah, like what are, like I know when I played Warcraft and stuff, it just seemed like it was like really hard to get into the scalable difficulty levels. I mean, is that
World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Listen, games are definitely to a point where you've got these pro players and you've got players that are not interested in being pro players, right? And that's why I think it's really important to provide ways for the players that aren't interested in being competitive to play your game at the same time. And you see more and more of that, and we plan to do that as well. Make sure there's a place, a father and his son can create a game with not so much intensity and not so much complexity and not so much competitive nature. We plan to make sure that's in the game as well.
Yeah, all right. I mean, the game looks really good, so.
The idea is to create both, right? You really want to please the hardcore, and you really want to make it to where new players can have they don't have a huge barrier to entry, right? So we're making sure we're doing both. We want everybody to be able to play. And if you choose to get competitive, it can get very deep.
Sounds good. Where can players look forward to find more information about this title?
Well, we announced yesterday, what was that date? It was like the 8th or 9th yesterday. So we announced yesterday, so now there's a lot of websites and stuff. The alpha is open, and there's a founders club, so you can actually buy into the alpha now. We won't release till later in 2014, but you can actually buy into the alpha now if you go to the website. I don't know the website off the top of my head, but I'm sure you guys can find this big IGN article. There's a whole bunch of articles online this morning. So if you go to the Orcs Must Die website, the Robot Entertainment website, there's plenty of places to lead you to the alpha if you want to get in and play now. And you can actually get in now and help us develop it, right? So there's a lot of places right now you'll be able to get in. And we're giving away card packs here at the convention, and they have priority beta codes on the back of them. And people can get in line at the beta.
Let's go, team, come on.
I better get back to coaching him because he doesn't sound like he's a good loser.
Yeah, exactly. So he's very, very competitive. So on that note, guys, this is Chris Bond signing off Mr. Jerome James. This is Orcs Must Die Unchained.
Jerome Jones.
Oh, Jerome Jones, sorry, actually. But we will actually come back with more coverage. So make sure you guys stick around at PA.TV because there's still more to come for PAX East 2014. See you guys later.